Yeah, and we left the hats at the door, bud. So
No, Liam. We are live, and I want to be painfully clear about this. We did not leave the hats at the door. We have officially decided we are going to leave our hats on, and we are going to seek to be as biased as possible. I mean, look, we have a UCLA shirt on, Ohio State hat on, and then going toe-to-toe with Ohio State in tonight's main event, we got Mikey Kadic making his unnecessary roughness debut.
Let's go. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm pumped. I might have to jump out of here because of After Dark, but
shut the fuck up. Well, what kind of beginning of the show is that? Jesus, leave your hat.
You know what, dude?
You should have left your hat at the door if you're going to be if you put the pussy hat on. Okay,
sorry, bro. After Dark, baby.
Kayce, I just saw you showing them off. She has her A&M nails on.
No,
it's right. What?
The ring, idiot.
Oh. I should have known. I definitely shouldn't. That's not the point. The point is, well, I guess I'm the loser. My team is nothing. Liam, you're kind of a loser with me. But look at this, guys. We got the big three on tonight's roughness. The top three. Where will they end up? Pretty sure, obviously, A&M's going to be at 3, but that's 8. It's really good. And then we'll see who gets 1 or 2. That seems to be kind of the main point tonight, though. But Ev, what's up, brother? How we doing here?
I mean, I'm an unbiased journalist. This is strictly fashion purposes.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, you look great in red and white. I've always said that.
Yeah, no, listen, the scarlet and gray are my colors.
Sorry, scarlet and gray. Yes, excuse me.
We should probably intro the podcast, I'd say.
Oh, wow. So wait. You don't like my casual kind of lax opening here, trying to lube everybody up socially a bit?
No, that's fine. That's good. But we do have a sponsor, so why don't you take a big sip of your Twisted Tea? This is unnecessary.
Okay. Hold on now. Did I just get cucked? Did I just get host cucked? Just stole it out from underneath me?
It's the presenting sponsor of our podcast. You have to say it off the top.
Yes, it was a pre-show show. We're about to dive right in. Okay, you're right, Kayce. My bad. No, you're right. You're right. Look, when you're right, Kayce. Check it out. What is this? Oh, I have a green screen thing on. So wherever there's green. Oh, that's weird. All right, yeah, Twisted Tea.
Shout out Twisted Tea. I'm very sad that Mikey Kadic doesn't have one right now. I don't think he actually can because you're playing dodgeball. You can have a Twisted Tea. Yeah. It's the best. I am very excited to be drinking Twisted Tea in Starkville, Mississippi this weekend. Ev, I know you will be there. Brandon is out because he's old. He threw his back out playing, I think, about 10 seconds of dodgeball. He will be back for next episode. We're going to drink a lot of Twisted Tea in Starkville this weekend, Ev. Lots and lots.
Oh, the Twisted Tea is going to be flowing. It's weird to say that I'm excited to go to Stark Vegas because to me there's no bad outcome. Like if Mississippi State wins, it's funny. If they lose, it's funny. If they get blown out, it's funny. We're gonna go have a great meal on Friday night, do a show. It's gonna be fantastic. And Twisted Tea is flowing.
I gotta say, guys, I think I'm a fan of the half and half as well. I think the Twisted Tea half and half may be my favorite flavor. All right, am I allowed to host? Am I back? Am I hosting again?
You were always going to be hosting.
Okay, my bad. All right, cool. All right, so there's not much news, or at least we didn't gather much news to talk about on today's show, but I guess we should react to something that we all knew was going to happen, something that Liam called on Saturday night's show. Hugh Freeze officially out at Auburn, and I mean, I guess my initial reaction was just like, yeah, thank God, because there hasn't been. Here you go. This I'll say it. Was Hugh Freeze dead the moment that Gravedigger happened?
Yeah,
that's the final play. Yeah, that Auburn Alabama game, year 1.
Yeah, it's been like a slow bleed since then. It really has. Like last year, I mean, they underachieved. Like you kind of felt similar to this. This year's been even magnified to like an even just larger degree. But like you see, they have all the talent and they just can't get it done. And that really is a testament to just him just failing as the head of the program. And I mean, listen, and the big thing is he was supposed to be this big offensive guru. He just has whiffed on quarterback over and over and over again. At the end of the day, that's going to be the biggest reason for his demise. Because, I mean, look, they have these incredible receivers on the outside. They have this great defense, but they can't get him the ball. They can't score points. And they're like I said, they have a championship defense. They really do. It's staggering how they found ways to lose games over and over and over again. At the end of the day, you look around, like I said, the talent's all there. It's the head coach and the quarterback. And at the end of the day, especially when you're this offensive guy, offensive-minded head coach, your job, number one, is find the right quarterback. And he's just failed at that, and he's failed overall at the job.
Kayce, anything that what was your view of Hugh Freeze finally getting let go at Auburn?
Well, it wasn't just everything that Ev said, which were all true things. It was also just like his attitude just fucking sucked. Like anytime something didn't go his way, he's pouting on the sidelines, he's throwing in the towel. And we saw it for multiple years, but really this year, when they would start, Jackson Arnold couldn't stay on his feet. He was getting sacked a million times a game. And then if one call went against him, it was like the whole world was crumbling down. And you just can't have that body language at an SEC school. You can't have that attitude at an SEC school. I mean, we saw what happened with Brian Kelly. We saw how, like, you start to get run out. I mean, Brian Kelly didn't fail to the degree that Hugh Freeze did. But, like, he's just an unlikable person. And Brandon said this on this exact show and all the shows when he got hired, that he had to come in and immediately start winning, or they were going to find reasons, because, like, he just has proven in time he doesn't seem to be like a great person. He doesn't have the best track record. So then you act like that and you're not winning football games, are going to run you out. The biggest thing to me is you now have 3 major openings in the SEC. You have more than 3, but you have Florida, LSU, and Auburn all open. And those are massive, massive jobs. If one of those jobs comes open in a year, we're like, holy shit. Now you have 3 among all the other openings in the country. Like, I think that's the craziest part of this.
Yeah, we're up to 10, or is it 9? I think it's 9, because I think King of Locker, Mike Locksley, did not get fired. I got hoaxed.
I got hoaxed on that too.
It's Stanford, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, Penn State, Florida, LSU, Auburn, Maryland. That Penn State, Florida, LSU, Auburn is fucking wild that they would all be available here at the same time. Mikey, I know that you're more of a little Big Ten boy. But do you have any thoughts on the Hugh Freeze firing?
I mean, I've been through one head coach firing, a couple.
Oh wait, that's interesting. Wait, let's explore this, because I never went through this. What was that like?
So we kind of knew it was coming. It's one of those things where I'm sure Auburn was in the same boat. Like, they could kind of sense around the facility that things were starting to change. Athletic directors were getting more involved in meetings and things like that. But yeah, our athletic director kind of game 9, 10, 11, 12 was getting more involved and seeing how Coach Allen went about, conducting meetings and practice and walkthroughs. So then we kind of started getting a sense. We weren't good, obviously. This was the 3rd year of us having, sub 5 wins, sub 4 wins. So we kind of had a sense that things were changing. Our line coach got fired middle of the year that year. And then you had this like rotating chairs of all these different coaches coming in and out, analysts coming down to coach O-line or GAs. It was just this big weird thing. And then after we lost to Purdue, I think he knew right away in the locker room that it was wraps. And I loved Coach Allen. I loved what he did for us, but we kind of had the sense really early on.
Did he give a goodbye speech in the locker room, or wait for a later team meeting?
Yeah, it was more like I love you, like the love you kind of. Honestly, dude, I was ready to get the fuck out of there and go home and drink, but like I was so over that fucking season. I was like, get me the hell out of here. I was like, I'm declaring for the draft. I'm getting the fuck out.
And so this was right before Signetti?
Yes.
Yep. Wow.
So
you were done.
I think Signetti got hired that next week. But I was
you were so just like
I was done with
so
Indiana.
Burnt
I was done
out
with everything.
How amazing then that you decided to stick around on so many fronts. So then help me out. The new coach shows up.
Yeah.
What is that process like?
So he came in. So I went home right after the season. I stayed in Indiana for like a week, and maybe even less than a week. I went home to Pittsburgh. Sig got hired, had a team meeting I wasn't there for. And then he did his whole basketball thing where he said, fuck Ohio or whatever.
Yeah, Purdue sucks, but so do Michigan and Ohio State too.
So I saw that, and I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, pump the brakes, bro. Did you see your last 3 years? I was like, dude. I get the Purdue thing, but going after the big boys in the Big Ten, I was like, easy now. And so I was like fully done. Like I was at home, and then my O-line coach called me on like a random Wednesday and was like, hey, dude, do you want to come back and play center? I was like, yeah. So.
God, that's amazing, dude.
It's crazy.
And then
thank God I did. I thank God every single day I made that decision to come back.
Yeah, now you're the commissioner of the AFC South.
Yeah, crazy.
It's
how
fucking
shit works,
crazy.
huh?
It never would have happened.
No.
And then yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, but there's probably such a difference too when you really like your coach and versus like it seems like some of these guys with, I don't know, LSU, obviously you have former players coming out talking shit about Brian Kelly. You have coaches across the country or players across the country kind of showing that they will play for an interim head coach more than they would have played for a former head coach. And it just depends on the team. But as a guy in the locker room, did you feel like everybody felt the same way?
Yes. No one would have went and talked shit on Coach Allen. Like everyone loved him. Everyone, loved him for what he did for Indiana. Like he grew up coaching in Indiana, loved it. Like there's a sense
the
of
2020 season was frisky.
Yeah, and he
was
had
great.
such a sense of pride coaching for Indiana, and that's what I love so much about him. But at the end of the day, like in 3 years, we win 9 games total. It's like, okay, we kind of understand. And like this with Auburn, like they lose 4 straight conference games, and like you got to start getting a sense of, hey, like this is a win based, job.
Well, and they've invested.
Yeah.
What, Liam, 25 million on the roster? I mean, they invest as much money as anybody does.
Yeah. And
they get Eric Singleton, they pay Cam Coleman. Like, yeah.
It's a tough
How about this,
schedule,
Mikey? This is kind of interesting that people may not realize. So, like you said, you loved Coach Allen. You maybe didn't have as personal relationship with Sig.
Yeah.
So what was it about Sig that made such a massive difference?
I
think it the players he brought in or what?
Like his standard, like when he came in, he brought in I think 13 players.
Yeah.
And so like the first week they were on campus, I had all the JMU players over to have some beers, watch some football, and like they were just telling us like stories and like not stories, but kind of telling us how he conducts meetings, how he conducts practice, what to expect from these different coaches, the standard that he holds the kids to. So like we got a sense of the winning, like the winning culture that he brought. And it is true. Like maybe when he said like, I win, Google me, maybe that was a little, out there, but it's true. I mean, everywhere he goes, he wins. And so the way that in the confidence and the moxie that these JMU players came in with, we kind of realized, because we came off 3 horrible seasons. These guys come in all chests out. They're ready to go. They understand what's ahead of them. They understand that at the end of the day, it's just it's the same game of football. It's just against new opponents in the Big Ten and not the Sun Belt. But we kind of got a sense in spring ball how he conducts himself and the standard. The biggest thing is the standard and his confidence that he has in himself and in his staff to put us in the best positions to win football games, and that's what happened last year.
It's fucking badass, dude, and some really fascinating insight. Kayce, you want to hit an add up, and then we have our first 5 rankings revealed here.
Yes, DraftKings. One play can change a season. One upside can silence an entire stadium. With every snap, these stakes get higher. No one brings you closer to the action than DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting. We've been talking about this. They have all the parlays. We do the Barstool Game of the Week every week. There's so many different options on the DraftKings Sportsbook. So
can I say something about the Game of the Week, Kayce, real quick? Yeah. So obviously, guys, remember, you tweet out #Barstool GOTW with a copy of your ticket, and you're entered. We pick 5 $1,000 bonus bet winners every single Sunday. So like, you might as well do it. You're going to play the parlay anyway. It's going to be super fun. You do that, maybe your name gets drawn, and then you get a $1,000 super bet, a $1,000 bonus bet. It's ton of fun.
Yeah.
#Barstool GOTW.
And it's the same game parlays every week. You'll see all of us tweeting about it. So do that. And also, if you're a new customer, as we've been saying all year, if you bet just $5 and your bet wins, you get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. And it can be anything you want, whatever sport you want, whatever line you want. So again, every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever it may be with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code RUFF. That's code RUFF to turn $5 into just $300 in bonus bets. If that bet wins in partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
All righty, Liam. We got some rankings.
Look at that smile on Liam's
doing the
face,
gritty,
man.
Liam. This is the playoff ranking gritty.
Folks might know why I'm smiling.
Iowa?
You know why I'm smiling.
Here we
Why
go.
are you smiling?
Because I've had this game on Saturday circled since August as a little cheeky upset W. Seeing I would get some respect's pretty nice, huh?
We got
Max. Hold on now. Jumping all the way ahead to 20 here. Hold on. Coming up at 25, Tennessee. So 25 still cracking the rankings. 24 Pitt.
Ugh.
Weird season with Pitt. I've been like checked
Gross.
out, checked back in. Their freshman quarterback's good now, Ev.
He's a lot better. It's crazy because Holstein was so great last year. But they've been a different team since they put him in. They're rolling.
Yeah, that ranking's completely fine. Heichel's been like so prolific. That team has completely changed from the blown loss and opportunity against Louisville. They flipped their season on its head.
Yeah,
that's a respectable ranking.
Yeah, for sure. Pitt 24. Dude, I'm so dumb. I would go after Holstein in the transfer portal this offseason if I need a quarterback. 23 Washington. Ev, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, checks out.
22, the Washington of the SEC, Mizzou. 21, Michigan. Dave will still probably tell you they're a national championship threat. And then Liam at 20, your Iowa Hawkeyes. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, Iowa's still not in the AP poll right now?
They're 26th. They're 26th in the AP. Once again, wow, the AP don't know ball. Who cares?
They don't know ball.
First instincts, respect to the committee, doing something like, thank goodness they didn't just copy and paste the other people's homework. They went out there, did their own thing. I respect the Iowa ranking a lot. I respect the Pitt ranking a lot. Shout out to them. Left their hats at the door. No biases, just straight up ball watching.
Wait, are you willing to claim bias averted up to this point?
Bias appears to be averted through 13 teams.
No way,
I haven't seen 12.
I want to talk about other rankings. Keep them going because we're getting close, fellas.
They're going to take quite a hefty break before, right?
Well, they've already gone to 12.
Yeah,
I know. They like to juice it up. Hold on, guys.
I know, and they will juice it up.
Come on. 19 is USC. I actually missed 18 and 17. Who is 18?
Georgia Tech was 17. Miami was 18.
Okay, Miami 18. So a couple ACC teams checking in. Georgia Tech 17. We have Vandy 16. Louisville 15. Virginia 14. So right on the outside looking in. Utah 13. Liam, look at the Utes. Oklahoma 12 and Texas 11. Okay, what jumps out of that grouping that anybody wants to talk about? Because I think they're going to take a break.
So one of the things we talked about going into this week, and we talk about it every year when they unveil these rankings, is we know that at the end of the day, these don't technically matter because a lot of these games are going to play out. But what it does matter is that you're seeing how and where they're putting certain precedent in certain things. So like the ACC with Virginia being like where Virginia is as the display of the conference, that does set a precedent on what they think about that conference. You're looking now, they just unveiled Notre Dame at number 10. Where they're putting weight for Notre Dame. And obviously Miami beat them, but Miami's there too. So the reason I like the college football playoff reveal, especially the first one, is because you do kind of get an insight and a glimpse into how their brain is moving things around as compared to the AP poll, because they are putting weight in different places than a computer would. And then these AP poll voters that aren't watching every single game.
No, it's a great point, Kayce. I mean, right here, this looks like a one-bid ACC league, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, they're clearly saying that. Honestly, the thing that I get it splitting hairs because they're just one ahead. I don't see it. How does Notre Dame have a say above Texas right now?
Yeah,
I don't really understand that. Like,
that's a good point.
Notre Dame's best win is USC, which is fine. They're a ranked team, but I mean, Texas has clear multiple better wins, and then I mean they lost to Ohio State at Ohio State. And then I mean they fucking I don't know. I just don't think they
and Vanderbilt they beat
Vanderbilt. They
Florida, I guess it's just
beat the hell out of Oklahoma and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, wins over number 12 and number 16 in their own rankings.
That's crazy. It's actually a great call, Ev. That's crazy. Ooh, Oregon, not so impressed, are we? Hats to the door, CFP. Oregon at 9.
I'm not shocked by this because I had them lower in mine too. I thought they'd be lower. They haven't beaten anyone, literally anyone.
No, we've been having murmurs around the office about if they're legit or not. Are you impressed by them or not? I have not been impressed by them yet. Like, I got a lot of respect for these guys. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. Left the hats at the door, doing their own thing. So much respect, so much love for this committee right now. I'll say that
Really?
before I probably stab them.
Because, like, your opinion matters more than anybody's. Because you are the person that everybody says should be in that room.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Kayce, what were you going to say? I apologize.
No, I'm just curious where, like, what that means for, because if they put them at 9, they're obviously, you know, that their only loss being to Indiana. Like, this is where, like, I start trying to do like gymnastics in my head, because I told Ev, we talked about it in the group text, like BYU at 7. I feel like
I love that.
I feel like they're going to try to be, and I think that, I mean, Kadic, you know, I'm on your side. Kadic and I mean, listen, I'm ringing the fucking bell for Indiana. I'm just very interested to see, because putting Oregon at 9, I did not expect. I didn't expect that.
I like giving BYU undefeated respect here.
Wait, what happened?
What? We got you, Mikey?
Wait, no, we have Oregon at 9, Texas Tech at 8.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
BYU at 7, Ole
like
Miss
that.
at 6.
Oh, I love that. Okay, awesome.
I mean, is this giving BYU undefeated respect? Because they're about to just put a line of lost teams ahead of them.
Well, I mean, yeah, honestly, I thought Texas Tech and Oregon would be ahead of them. So I think them getting ahead of any of the one loss. Well, I guess you have to put them ahead of Texas Tech, same conference and whatnot.
I knew this trio of SEC that all lost to each other. It's going to be this like Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss line.
Yeah.
Like they all
five
beat
is
one loss. They all
yeah,
beat
5's Georgia.
5 is Georgia. So
Yeah,
this is
going to be 4 Alabama.
for
For Alabama. Great call, Ev. Look at that.
You just know the way it works. They all beat each
Oh
other.
my god, I'm like nervous.
I know that. Listen,
Big F, I'm nervous.
so
3, Texas A&M. Congratulations, KC. Let's go. Gig 'em.
It just
I figured that's where it would be. Well, it doesn't matter, but I'm really curious to see if they do it.
Right
Yeah, I know you figured that's where it is. Like, is it not exciting?
Yeah, honestly,
to see
I don't even want
A&M
I don't even
third?
want the number 1, even though we've never been number 1 in the history of Indiana football.
I think A&M 3. There we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, and I expected that. Like, if you go look at the preview, I do
It should
think
absolutely be 3.
there's still a world. Well, I mean, strength of record and all that. They do take those things into consideration. Okay, so it's exactly so Indiana's at 2.
All right.
Indiana, too. There you go.
All right, I'll
And
take it.
Ohio
Love it.
State 1.
Good to
They
see
didn't
the
do
three
anything
watching
cute.
ball.
They
Love
literally didn't do a single cute thing.
Well, no, Oregon's cute, right?
I don't think
I
that
think
is.
it's
I
warranted,
think they've
though. I
genuinely
actually-
just watched ball and been unimpressed. There's not. What's Oregon's best result this year?
No, you don't think it's cute per kind of the general expectation?
No, because general expectations are relevant to everything. You're the sole 12 here, however many people are the committee. General expectations means nothing.
I guess I'm saying that it's cute in my definition if it kind of goes against the public grain. And I thought the mind think was just to put Oregon up there because they were good last year. They've been pretty good this year. Yeah, but I mean they didn't do the Indiana Ohio State TV controversy play that we all kind of thought they may.
No, I mean, if you want to get down to it, they didn't do anything about theatrics or nothing. We've seen them parade this thing for 45 minutes, year in and year out, go to commercials, secure ad revenue. They got that done in a nanosecond. So
Yeah,
like,
what do they got? They got
across
some
the board.
programming. They got some programming coming on.
Yeah, they got a little
some
college
coming on.
basketball, but I mean, they do it during halftime or between the two games. Usually, like this isn't anything new. It is new to not do the whole ads game and get right through it. So good for them. Also, no group of 5 teams ranked.
Okay, well, I want to get into that, Kayce.
No, I was to say Memphis has the highest because they're filling out the bracket, so they have Memphis playing Georgia for the 5-12. Let me get an ad really quick and then we'll dive into it. So we know college football season is in full swing. The NBA, NFL, Game Time has the best tickets. Like we said, we'll be in Starkville this weekend for the Georgia-Mississippi State game. The big noon kickoff will be Iowa-Oregon or Oregon-Iowa. It's going to be amazing. So if you want to find yourself at those games and you know that you don't have tickets yet, go to Game Time. The Game Time app gives you advantage to the fans, and it's a hack for unlocking amazing tickets experiences in just a few taps. Also, they have concerts. I'm going to Machine Gun Kelly in December. Thank you to Game Time. Plus, the fees are always included. So you see what you pay. It's the best. You know they're authentic. You know that they are the best tickets in the game. We all use them. Official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. So take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code RUFF for $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. That's ROUGH. Again, make sure you create an account and redeem code RUFF for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go download the Game Time app today. It's also great because you can see a lot of the views from where you're going to be sitting, so you know exactly what you're going to get. They're all authentic, and there's no hidden fees. We love Game Time.
So I got this jersey. So I got this sick Blackhawks jersey at the Blackhawks game with my friends. Shout out Game Time.
Kadic, I have a question for you. So we were texting about this, and you just said this too, that you didn't want to be ranked number one because, well, I guess you should tell people why you think that. And I know that it'll play its way out because you guys will probably play in Indianapolis, and there's weird things could happen. And is it like a locker room mentality that because as a fan, you want to see number one? As a fan, you want to make that argument, but is it just like, hey, we're not being taken as seriously as we feel like?
No. It's not. That's not that. I think a locker room wise, I don't want anyone to get too, big headed, and I don't want complacency to creep in. We've never been number one, Coach. And that's fine. It's fine. I just, we're fine. We're fine being the underdog, and that's fine. I think we'll stay that. I mean, we're obviously going to be favored the next 3 games, but we're going to be underdogs against Ohio State if we make it to the Big Ten championship. But I kind of like it. We're underdogs all in the history of football. And it's good. It's good. I like it.
I mean, even like it's funny. They've been so good that we probably lose sight of how incredible it is that Indiana's not only number 2, but everybody's like, yeah, for sure. For sure, Indiana's the second best team in the country. There's actually not a question. Like, that's insane. That's the losingest program in college football history.
Not anymore. Wake Forest.
Shout out. Oh, I did not know that. Hell yeah.
We just surpassed them. We just surpassed them.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My liege, my king. King Ev.
Yeah, you better put respect on it.
Golden throne with your number 1 crown still here. Please give us an opinion on what it feels like. What's the view like up there at number 1, Ev?
I wish they'd put us number 2. Maybe even number 4. I wish they did. I want fire. I want to fire under their ass. I want to be at the end of the season the guy like when Georgia won the national title and Kirby's like, you all doubted us. Like, I want to be that delusional guy. Like, I want to be yelling ridiculous stuff when we went back to back. Like, no one believes in us while the whole year everyone's picking us off the entire time, saying there's no way anyone's going to win but us. I mean, I just like the mentality of the team. I mean, it just doesn't really matter. I think everyone on the team kind of understands that, where like they just like this means like absolutely nothing. It just means nothing. That's what I was going to ask you. Like, is this team, with getting the championship monkey off their back, do you feel like this team is now ready for that status? That Alabama, we can find our own, Nick Saban, Alabama, we can find our own motivation regardless of rat poison, and we can carry that 1-1 all the way through. I think they just see the big picture of how like none of it matters. Even when I hear like it's funny because a guy like Caleb Downs, like he has a podcast with his brother who's the receiver on the Colts. And I've seen clips and stuff of him talking about it a lot where like just none of it matters. Like it just means absolutely nothing. And how even going back like to the Michigan loss, like they had to, that was like a gut check moment, I think, for everyone, like just the entire, like from Ryan Day to like everyone of just like, hey, like you don't just show up and beat people. You can't just show up and, oh, like you think you want to like slap your dick on the table and like run it up the middle of 2 like NFL draft picks and like play right into their game and think you can beat them at their game. Like, and I go back to like the Urban Meyer days, like when they were beating the shit at Michigan, like they weren't just running up the middle. They had the best athletes and they were just spreading it out and beating people, like scoring 50, 60 points. So I think it's more just like being in your own, like know who you are. Like they just know who they are. Like I think it's from Day to the top down. Like he knows who he is and what they need to do. And I think it was just a gut check moment for everyone of like, hey, fuck it. Like fuck all the outside shit. Like fuck, like just trying to get cute and like overthink everything and try to just out muscle everybody and just like play your game, whatever that is. Like we talk about all the time, like great coaches, you don't try to like fit like this, like the players to your scheme. You try to fit you like you try to
you adjust your personnel.
Like you try to do what the players do best.
Yeah.
And I think it took that. It took that humble, like that slice of humble pie to like. I just feel like I've just seen a different guy. Like even Day talking to the media, the way he coaches, he's just a different guy. And I think the players have all bought in like big time. Like I think I know they're and having leaders like Caleb Downs, and like Jeremiah Smith too. Even like me and Tate got to meet him. Like he's a humble superstar. Like he really is. Like he just has a good head on his shoulders. Like he doesn't think his shit doesn't stink. Like he doesn't care if he doesn't get the stats. Like he's not worried about like Carnell Tate like having more yards than him or like touchdowns or whatever. Like he knows like everyone's plate's going to be full at the end of the day if they all just and I just love what I'm seeing. It's like I know it feels like I'm saying some like cliches and stuff, but when you watch it like as a fan, like day in and day out, and like kind of the nitty gritty details, like you just see all this stuff.
Well, and I mean, cliches are such for a reason, right? Like cliches speak to truth a lot of time. Like there's a reason why cliches apply to most championship teams or multi-championship teams. That's all very well said. Now, another thing that I don't think we should just lose sight of. I mean, Indiana being number 2, that's crazy, but like A&M being number 3 is crazy. And again, not just being 3, but kind of being a consensus 3. Like nobody's saying, oh, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, or anything like that. Now, people may still be thinking that maybe A&M's got more to be tested, but Kayce, I mean, it's pretty incredible just how much of a legitimate and inarguable contender Mike Elko has us all thinking this year 2 of A&M team is looking.
Well, I mean, it's clearly different because Ohio State's won a national championship. And so when you talk about the culture behind it, it's easy when you've won a national championship. But to the same degree of watching a culture change, I mean, A&M changed overnight whenever they hired Mike Elko. I mean, the Jimbo Fisher era was a disaster. And I think that the frustrating thing, and, you know, I've had this argument, especially on Saturday nights when we've had 15, 16-hour days, is like this has been my whole point all season. Now, I think when you look at what A&M has ahead, I mean, they have Missouri, which I think Missouri was 22, 21 this week. They have Texas. They have Texas at the end of the month. They clearly have some games to win, but being undefeated in the SEC in November, you can't put a team that has a loss in front of them. I don't care who it is. I don't care.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
But that's the point. It's like leading up to this, it's like, the reason it's a consensus is because they're 8-0. They were 7-1. It's a different conversation, but like the entire season, I've sat here. I'm telling you, this seems legit. They can only win what's on their schedule, and every week they keep doing it. And it's the same thing we've said about Ohio State. Same thing we've said about Indiana. You can only win what's on your schedule, and it's how you're winning these games. A&M had a close one against Arkansas, and that's fine. It's always a weird game. If you go back and look, it doesn't matter where it's played.
It's always crazy.
A&M is handling it, and for Notre Dame to be ranked number 10 and for A&M to have that win, I mean, I think when you look at the top 10, like we have Oregon at number 9, and this is not a disrespect to Ohio State whatsoever. But when you look at who has the best win, it is Indiana according to the rankings. Then it's A&M, then it's Ohio State. That's what I do find very interesting about these rankings, because that is from a ranking standpoint what they've done.
Yeah, from an undefeated team standpoint, it does feel like they just took the most the best singular win, and kind of that's how they stack them.
If they would have done that, then Ohio State would have been 3rd.
So, yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry. You're right.
I mean, you're splitting hairs though. But I mean, because then the best win is like, I mean, it's actually kind of funny where they were like, I guess. Well, the best wins of the top 3 are 9, 10, 11.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's so it's 100% splitting hairs. But I'm saying that it's a fascinating thing when you look at the way that 1, 2, 3 is, and then you look at 9, 10, 11. And like the fact that Texas is now there is a massive thing for Ohio State. There's no doubt about that. But A&M in the SEC being 8-0, being the only undefeated team, like they have to be there. I'm going to talk about A&M until my fucking eyes fall out, but I love that we're here. And
can you imagine?
It's a true testament to Mike Elko. It truly is. And, I've seen a lot of tweets today, like, what A&M's record is in November, which is not great. We all know that. I don't care. Those weren't Mike Elko teams. So
yeah, no, I know. Look, they weren't Tommy Moffitt teams either.
Last year was year 1. Like I just
but year one doesn't count. I mean, year 1 at Alabama, Nick Saban went 7-6 and lost to ULM, or 6-6 or something like that. Can you imagine talking to your eyes fell out? That'd be so fucked up, dude. It's like all of a sudden you're fucking. You just look. If anybody's gonna talk enough for his eyes to fall out, it's fucking me. Everybody tells me I'm interrupting people all the time and shit. Like. So I'll let y'all know when it happens. What's up, Kayce?
Oh, well, as I was interrupting you while you were saying that. By the way, just looking at the bracket, the fact that and this bracket's not going to stay this way. We know that.
There we go, Lukey. That's production, baby.
The fact that A&M could be matching up, and this is hypothetical but we're here on November, whatever the date is, November 4th, with Ole Miss in the second round of the playoff is a nightmare.
And then you get your ass whooped by the Hoosiers in the semifinals.
That's a future.
Future me problem.
Future me problem. I will say though that this bracket is beautiful. I know Lukey can pull up our predictions. Should we pull up our predictions and see how they fare?
Yeah, I need to ask a question though. Should LSU be ranked here, guys? Are we sure we're doing this correctly? No. Liam.
Should UCLA be ranked here? Are we doing this correctly?
What about no group of 5 team, Liam?
I am quite surprised by that, but I do understand it.
Okay.
I have been doing my top 25s in a very secret way. They are not shown to the public because I don't want to be accused of engagement farming. I'm doing this a very professional way.
You have so much integrity and you're so honest to the process that you won't even post it for fears of engagement farming.
It's
on
a
a content
burner.
game.
Yeah, it's on a burner. I told Big T I was going to do this a month ago. I only have one group of 5 team ranked. It is Memphis, but I still think the group of 5 team that gets in is JMU. I think that there's 3 group of 5 teams that are worthy of being ranked, those being JMU, Memphis, and San Diego State. I've been talking about your guys' ear off about San Diego State for a month now.
Yeah.
They're legit. They have 2 of the better DBs in the group of 5. Chris Johnson, probably one of the best corners in the country. I ranked them 15, 16 best player in the country. They've got dogs. Sean Lewis is doing the Lord's work there, but at the end of the day, dude, the group 5 is going to work itself out. I have no issues, no qualms with none of them being ranked right now as of today. Memphis has a very scary game Friday night. Like, you go win that one, you earn it, you're in the top 25, no big deal.
Yeah. Are they going to Yeoman Friday?
Yeah.
Oof, dude. And we're having their head coach on WUB tomorrow.
Or sorry, they're home. I'm tripping.
Okay, well, that should help. But we are having their coach on WUB tomorrow, so.
Which doesn't help at all.
We're also having Jeff Levy, so I guess that's an inside joke. For those that don't know, every coach that has come on Wake Up Barstool has gone on to lose their next game. And it's like 5 or 6 guys now. And
curse.
we had Jake Ferguson on. What happened to Jake, though? Did he just play bad?
He didn't catch a ball.
Right? Yeah, but he didn't get hurt, though.
He fumbled.
Yeah, dang, a Cavender.
Yeah, but that's not on us. He didn't get hurt. But we did have Tucker Kraft on. And
me and Kake's favorite player, thanks.
Blame everything on your fucking ass, team.
And I know that it was a bye week, but just know what's coming for your ass if A&M loses this weekend. Just know.
No, Kayce.
I don't care. I do not.
He came on a bye week on purpose. He's aware of the curse, and his sports information director only allowed him on because it was a bye week.
I do not care.
Also, you know how I feel about pegging. Did you say you're coming for my ass if A&M loses?
Oh my God, this guy
is
unbelievable.
No, don't go yet, Liam. We got more ads and more inventory to do here. We got more ads. We got more content to do.
Liam got squirmy.
That was unbelievable.
I'm trying to watch Matt Kadic. You're trying to play dodgeball.
I don't know, guys. I'm still adjusting. I'm honestly still adjusting. My entire career, all my online content has been so full of fucked up humor that I'm still trying to find a line.
I find it funny.
No, by the way, and Barstool is that way. Barstool is that way. I'm not necessarily sure that's whatever.
The shit we say on the BBC is unbelievable.
By the way, record a new episode today. I think it's very good, guys. You should check it out. Check it out on Thursday. It's
more like a type of content, type of place.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Middle of the college football playoff ranking, and you just ask me if I want to peg it.
I know, but that's kind of my whole shtick. That's what I built my career on.
So you can understand there that we're not at Friday Night Pints, we're not on the BBC, we're just breaking.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, college football's college football's fun, dude.
Dude. This is my debut on Roughness, and you're making it sexual. Come on.
You're right. My bad. Says
man loves ass play.
I just love.
Fine. I just don't put me in it.
I just love sexual humor, guys. I don't know what to say. Whether it's it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go into it. You're right. Know thy audience.
I'm sure the audience likes it to a certain degree.
I don't know. Some do, but maybe it's just the other degenerate perverts. It's tough to say. Right after I said that, the first comment I looked at in the chat said, "Our kids are all addicted to porn. They can't get hard." In all caps.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we go from here? We need to space a little bit before an ad here. So San Diego State G5 team, huh, Liam? Strong corners on that San Diego State team. Huh? Go Aztecs.
Clark Phillips, his little bro plays DB over there at San Diego State.
Oh wait, I was going to say this. Ev, Josh Downs is Caleb Downs' brother.
He is indeed.
Oh, fucking right. All right, Kayce, let's do an ad.
Okay.
Great genes.
Speaking of great genes, look at this hair, right? All right. Listen, Nutrafol. Okay. And I say this, I washed my hair tonight, so it's still kind of wet, but this is, you can't really see what the greens do. This is all mine, baby. No weave, nothing. Thank you to Nutrafol. I started taking Nutrafol right after I had my son. They have a postpartum formula. They also have the women's formula, the men's formula. If you've seen pictures of Brandon before he started taking Nutrafol, you know how good this product is. It is the absolute best. You've seen a million ads for Nutrafol. It is all over the place right now. It was all over the dugouts. It was in the bullpens. It's been everywhere in Major League Baseball because Nutrafol is absolutely the best in the game. It's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand. It's trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body because Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified, the gold standard in third-party certifications for supplements. It's easy to add into your daily routine. Just 3 to 6 months, you start seeing it. I mean, my hair is so long and so thick. Thank you to Nutrafol. You see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding, which is massive for the women out there, whether you've had a kid or not. A lot of shedding goes on.
Kid balding's real too.
It is.
Like it's so bad. I feel awful for women.
The shedding is crazy. Like you find your hair everywhere. Nutrafol helps that as well. So not just longer, thicker. It helps with that. So for a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code UR. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code UR. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code UR. Again, just look at this if you're on YouTube. No weave, okay?
It looks really good.
Look at this nice, clean / kind of wet hair right now. Thank you to Nutrafol.
It does look like it's kind of that commercial like wave sort of look to it. Mikey, you played Ohio State last year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. What went wrong in that game? I know. I'm sorry, brother. I get it, dude. I get it, dude. It lost 21-0 in a natty to Bama. I understand it. What went wrong in that game?
Me.
And why do you think this year could be different? And I know that, bro. I know that feeling as well. That's a bad feeling.
It was me.
It happened. That's happened to me before too, dude.
All right, let me run this down. Let me break this down for you. All right. We come out. We get the ball first. First play, I'm like, when's the clap coming? I can't hear the clap. I'm like, what's going on? So I feel like I hear a clap. I snap the ball. Cool. Go about it. Bang, bang, bang. Have a good gain, whatever. Second play, I go, hey, Curtis, we're probably going to have to go silent count. I can't hear you. He goes, oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm like,
what the fuck?
Like, all right.
You young people in your claps. Go fucking silent, dude.
That's way above my pay grade,
I'm
okay?
Sorry. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Second play, I go, all right. I go, I'm snapping it whenever I want. Don't hear anything.
Snapping it whenever I want.
I swear to God, I snapped the ball. Curtis was walking up to the line to make a check, and I just snapped it.
Oh, no.
So then I go, Curtis, I can't hear you, dude. We have to go silent count. So then we go silent count. We go down and score. We were feeling really good. Like, we were like, holy shit. We scored in the shoe against, Ohio State. We're feeling good. Come off on the sidelines, make adjustments, blah, blah, blah. And then so we come out. It was the second quarter. We're going down a drive because Ohio State took forever on their drive because we took like 7 minutes off. Ohio State took like 5 minutes off, and we were like already in the second quarter. We only had a drive and a half. So then we're coming this way, and it's 3rd and 1. We're driving, and what's his name? Tyleek jumps off sides, like blatantly jumps off sides. Our tight end flinches. They call the flag on us. So now it's 3rd and 6. They run a twist. I give up a sack. Dead. From that moment on, and then we screw up the punt. We drop the punt, or
the punt, and then they're allowing the punt.
So from that false start on, we just crumbled. And then I went up to Tyleek after the game. I go, dude, you jumped. He goes, I know. He goes, I got away with it. I go, you son of a bitch, bro. And then after the game, Sig was like, yeah, our center couldn't hear anything. And I was like, yeah, it was a horrible.
It's a bad
day.
feeling, man. And I
went home and drank 3/4 of a bottle of bourbon and just drowned in my sorrows.
After losing to Florida at home, my first year starting at center, I went in the urinal after film on Monday and I cried while I was pissing. I was standing up peeing and just
not
crying.
even in the stall. You didn't even get some privacy in the stall.
Dude. I couldn't help it. I didn't think I was going to.
God.
And then I just started shedding tears, pissing into the urinal. So it's
no, but that place is in Evna. I mean, it was so hard to play in that place.
Okay, so tell me why this year's going to be different for Indiana. Like just from a matchup.
Well, I mean,
not crowd, neutral site, whatever.
Oh, you mean against Ohio State?
Yes, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm already projecting forward here.
Their center could hear.
Yeah, that.
That was mean, Liam.
No, he's right. Trust me, he's right.
I love Kadic.
You're not going to hurt my feelings here.
That's my favorite Kadic story.
No, Kadic is my favorite human.
I think our trenches match up better this year than we did last year. I mean, last year their front four was unbelievable.
Yeah.
They put us in a blender. I think the defensive scheme changed with Patricia coming in. Last year was a lot of exotic, a lot of making the offensive line having to make decisions that we weren't comfortable making. They used Caleb Downs a lot on, I mean, they still do, but they should use him more on different, but I get it. He's, an unbelievable player, but I think last year we had to prepare a lot more for exotics, and I think this year they still have the guys. Ohio State's going to have the guys every single year, but I think we just match up better in the trenches. Obviously, their skill players are unbelievable, but I think our skill player, I think Ohio State is the best wide receiving core. I think we have number 2.
Is Surratt okay?
Yeah, I think he is hammy. I think he should be fine. So I just think it's just, I don't know. I'm really excited. This year, in past years, I knew we'd have no shot. Like last year, I thought we had a little chance, but my first 5 years, we had no shot to ever beat Ohio State. But this year, I feel good. Obviously, getting the wins against Illinois at the time, 9, and then Oregon, obviously, number 3. I just feel better. I feel more confident. We're playing unbelievable complementary football. Our defense is playing unbelievable. Our offensive line's playing great. Our running backs. I could go on and on, but
yeah, no, those are all valid reasons.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable. I think Ohio State's obviously amazing, but I think it comes bottom line. We match up better with them this year in the trenches, so I feel better with that.
And Kadic, I know, you and I, by the way, Lukey just texted me. I guess Mark Cuban liked my Indiana take on Instagram.
Oh, word.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
I think I dropped like 4 F-bombs in like maybe 28 seconds.
Yeah.
But I know you and I have been talking and we go at it, and Ev is the king. He's the reigning national champion, and like it totally makes sense why he would be cocky.
Yeah.
My thing with Indiana this year is that like the gap that seems to for people to think that it exists, because Ohio State did win the national title, that's fine. But when you look at this Indiana team and you talk about how Ohio State could potentially be better than they were last year, this Indiana team is better than it was last year.
Yeah.
This Indiana team is dominating. And of course there's been some close games, but it was a close game against Iowa. Iowa looks pretty damn good. Iowa, a lot of people think could knock off Oregon this weekend. So my question for you from an Indiana standpoint, it's you're going to be biased. It's your former team. These guys. But it's also not crazy to sit there and be like, this team is better, and they're dominating in a type of way where you do deserve respect to be in the conversation with Ohio State until they play. If Ohio State beats the fuck out of you guys in the Big Ten Championship, that's fine. But I just hate this narrative around there just being a gap, because there's just not one.
And the narrative last year, and people were correct about the narrative.
Next after this,
I just don't understand how anybody can say that.
No. I would let Kate go. Then I want to hear what
obviously, last year we were still beating the shit out of teams that we should have, and then when we play good teams, we got embarrassed. This year, we're beating the shit out of the teams we should have, and we're beating, the good teams. So that's where we've progressed from year 1 to year 2 under Coach Cignetti. But yeah, like you said, the gap, like in previous years, at every single position, the gap was like this between Indiana and Ohio State. Now you have arguably 1 and 2 best quarterbacks, Heisman running. obviously Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are very, very, very good, but I do think Omar and Elijah are not right there, but they're there. They're neck and
but
neck.
The problem isn't. Well, here, and this I'll throw it to you. I agree with everything Mike and Kayce just said. And if you look at like CFB stats right now, and you go to conference rankings, damn near everything is Indiana, Ohio State 1-2. I don't know if I see Indiana's corners being able to keep up with those receivers, maybe as well as Ohio State's corners being able to keep up with Indiana's very good receivers.
No, I mean, that's kind of one of the major points I was going to make, because like I think like two things for like one, I'll say one, I respect Indiana. Two, I think they're without a doubt. I said this like early on that they're way better than they were last year.
You did. You were.
But I think I think they both have similar things to level up at. Like I think as much as like they got better at quarterback, I think we're better at quarterback. Like I think I would die for Will Howard. He doesn't have the arm talent that Julian Sayin does. It's just a little bit different. And in the defense, like T-Bob said, like I think that's the difference where like I think we have real like high level guys in the secondary. Not to say like Indiana doesn't. Like, Indiana has NFL guys all over the defense. But we're talking about 1 and 2 here. Like, so I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
But I think when you talk about even like the front seven, like the way we reloaded, and then like the look at the linebackers, like Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles are ridiculous. Like I think the defense on all 3 levels is so good, and I think that's what I trust for Ohio State more than anything. It's almost like this safety blanket that I feel we have is like if all else fails, if we have like a shitty offensive day, if whatever reason like it's not clicking, and it's starting to click even more so recently, like the defense is going to be there, and the defense is going to make everything you do so difficult. And I think you even saw it in Illinois, like. They get a garbage touchdown, even on like you see, like you get a first goal to 1. You have to earn that fucking yard against this team every time.
Yeah.
And a guy like Caden McDonald, who I keep talking about, who I don't think he gets talked about enough, is unbelievable. He's like 6'6", or excuse me, like 6'3", like 330. And it's
played him
like,
last year.
so athletic. Yeah. And that's a guy like him and Arvell Reese were kind of like rotational guys behind like
which is
Williams and like Cody Simon, who were like MVPs in the national title game and like first round draft picks. Like, and I think these guys are truly even better. And I think that's the difference. But Indiana's legit good. Like they're legit the number 2 team. But I do think there is a gap because I think our defense is just that good.
I agree. I agree that trust me,
our skill position guys and quarterback combo is just that good.
Trust me, I agree. There's a gap, but I think.
It's smaller. It's smaller than last year.
Much smaller than.
Yes, I think we all agree on that. Kayce.
It's the only team that can beat Ohio State is itself gap, and I just don't like that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Indiana could beat it. It could be anybody. I just like that, and that's why I do love the 12-team playoff. But again, I will totally eat my words and eat crow on Indiana if the Big Ten championship proves me wrong. I just don't see it as much. But
so. There's a lot of talk about streaming and, can't get this, can't get that. Kayce, why don't you tell the people at home about Fox One?
Fox One is the best, okay? We love Fox One. We've been talking about Fox One since we partnered with Fox because they have all the best moments, but also it's so easy. You can do a 7-day free trial. And right now, listen, we're not going to throw anybody under the bus in this segment because it's about Fox. But boy, those other people suck right now, okay? Fox One never will. You can stream all your favorite live sports. You never miss any moments, obviously with Sundays and Fox with the NFL, it's an absolute must-have. The World Series, everything that you could possibly need. I know the World Series is over, but it's going to be back next year, and Fox One is the best. It's also the best way to stay locked in on your action, whether you're sweating out your fantasy matchup, tracking a parlay, or just riding the chaos live as it happens. So you can start your 7-day free trial right now. Offers are subject to change. Go to Fox One for complete terms and conditions. Again, that's Fox One. We live for live streaming now. You can also watch Wake Up Barstool every day on Fox One. You can catch all of the Barstool content there. So again, 7-day free trial. And in these times with streaming and all the stuff that's going on, 7 days for free is going to hit very well. So again, terms and conditions are on Fox One. We are live on Fox One. Do it.
Fox One. Hell yeah, dude. Watch Wake Up Barstool. $20 super chat for Bryce. Thank you, Bryce. Notre Dame gets the benefit of the doubt in the rankings every year. 1 and 2 in their ranked games and are still the highest ranked 2-loss teams. They get to skip the risk of losing a conference championship, but get in the playoff anyway.
I agree. Like I just when you look at a team like Texas, like why are they ahead of Texas? Why are they ahead of Oklahoma?
Yeah, no. I mean, honestly, those are very good points.
It makes no sense to me. The only argument that I think you can try to rationalize it is just, I guess, the fashion they beat a couple teams. Like they just beat the shit out of Arkansas. But I mean, they also they just had like a close competitive game with 1-7 Boston College.
Yeah,
I guess
unless I'm a guy like if you win the game, you win the game. Like I'm not here to like trash them. I'm just saying like they
but they don't even have the wins of the other teams that you talked about.
Beating everyone by 50 if you're not beating everyone by 50. Like, and you have a team like Oklahoma who has wins at Knoxville over Michigan. Like both teams are ranked. You have Texas who has wins over literally number 12 and number 16. And then their losses to number 1 on the road. And then they lost to Florida in the swamp, which I know isn't like great, but also the Miami loss for Notre Dame is aging like milk. That's aging horribly. And that was a game where, if you watch the game, I understand they ended up losing by 3. Miami dominated them for like 3.5 quarters. So I just don't. And their best wins against USC, who I think USC is a good team. Like I don't think that's a bad win.
No,
but I don't understand why they. I agree with Bryce. I don't see why they get the benefit of the doubt over at least minimum Texas and Oklahoma should both be ahead of them.
I feel like and it's the splitting hairs thing, just like we said. I mean, all those teams are right there. That I guess it's when it comes to like you look at they think that Florida is a worse loss than Miami, and but then you have the loss to Ohio State, and Notre Dame has the loss to A&M. They're literally all right there. Like they're just stacked on top of each other. This is where it'd be so interesting to like be a real fly on the wall for these conversations, because this is why like I want to know where they are splitting those hairs. So what about Notre Dame's wins and losses put them even 1 spot ahead of Texas or 2 spots ahead of Oklahoma or whatever it may be. And it'll all shake out. And I completely agree with the conference championship thing. I think it's bullshit that Notre Dame doesn't have to play in a conference. I don't think that you should be penalized if you lose the conference championship unless you already have 3 losses or something along those lines. But it's kind of like they lose their 2 big games to start the season, and then they don't really have to play a super hard schedule. And then they just sit around and wait for the conference championship weekend to shake out, and they're still there. I agree with that completely. But they do have, like, their 2 losses are decent in comparison, I guess.
Liam, I got a question from our Twitter thread earlier from Brian. I'm new to college football. What teams can you see being good, maybe underrated, for the next 5 to 7 years? This feels like somebody who's looking to choose a team, Liam.
That's impossible. That's an impossible question to answer. What billionaire is going to decide I want to spend my last dollar bills on my alma mater before I pass?
Texas Tech would be a good answer. I feel
that's a good answer.
What billionaire passes?
I thought you were going to say UCLA, Liam. After you started that answer,
I implore this guy to DM me, and we could talk about finding him a college football team. But I mean, it's the Wild West now, man. Like, I don't have a clue.
Texas Tech's a great answer, Ev.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going off Liam. If you're looking for just a billionaire that just is aged young as well, very young, and has a shit ton of money.
I'm gonna take a shot here and say Stanford. I think Andrew Luck is
good again.
I think Andrew Luck is going. He got the $50 million donation. They have more money than God. He's so respected. It's the only college organization where the GM is above the head coach. I think Andrew Luck is going to turn Stanford around and find a good coach and be able to create investment in the program. But
I hope so.
I like it. I think so too. I think they at minimum get off the mat. Like I think they at minimum become like a bowl team. I think they can get there quickly.
I'm just so jaded at this point, like in general, because I agree. I think Andrew Luck's going to turn the program around, and I don't know what that the ceiling looks like, but like a $50 million donation to the football program, they're going to need way more money to compete with.
Yeah, but that's still a lot from one donation.
Yeah,
like you're still beating the street. You're still going out there getting this, getting that. That's still it's a big nut to collect. All right. Another question coming in from our Twitter thread earlier. Brad says, and we'll start with you, Kayce. Do you believe the playoff committee can be non-biased with active ADs as a part of the committee? Do you believe ESPN, as a college football playoff broadcast partner, influences selection of teams to benefit their most prominent league partnership, which obviously in this case would be the SEC?
I mean, I think it would be ignorant to ever think that anybody can actually put their hat and leave their hat at the door, which, you know, that little cute skit. Yeah, that little cute skit. You're always going to have an inherent bias. The one thing that I really don't like about, you know, network TV, and I mean, this is also, you know, it's when I was in it, it was hard. It's like you have to pretend like you don't have a bias, but if you're covering this sport or you're involved in this sport in any degree, you have a bias. Like there's just no way that you wouldn't. So I do think that it plays into it. And I think that that's why the committee, you know, is like, we can literally say they're humans. They're going to make these mistakes, but they're going to have these inherent bias. I do think that they have to get checked on it. You know, one of the things that they're going to be doing in those rooms is checking it. ESPN is going to want to protect, of course, their pocketbooks, just like Fox does, just like any network does. And I do think it's not just SEC teams. I think it's big brands in general. I do think that, and that's going to have to start to change a little bit because we are seeing these major brands like Indiana a few years ago. Like that's fucking crazy to think. Or Texas Tech is now coming up in those conversations. And, you know, Vanderbilt lost last week, so it's not as important. But, you know, going into the week, it was people like Dave that were really riding the Vandy train. It was like, if they were in Alabama jerseys, you wouldn't be talking about the way this team has played in the same way. So ESPN and these networks are going to have to start getting over that. Like you can't protect the biggest brands because you think that the most eyeballs are going to be on there. And it would be incredibly stupid to say that anybody is unbiased when it comes to this shit. Of course you're biased.
Everyone's biased.
And if you're not, then you're not.
No, 100%.
You're not. Then you're not a fan of the sport or the school, and they're all connected. Like I wouldn't want random people that aren't connected to college football to be doing it because then they're not paying attention to it. So it plays into that. But it's like that's why, you know, when people are like, oh, like Brandon jokingly put Mississippi State at number 12 or whatever. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit. He put it there. You know,
I like having one person in there who's maybe dealt with like high leverage negotiations.
Yeah.
I remember Condoleezza Rice being back in there back in the day. And I remember one of my early radio takes was like, why the fuck is she in there? And somebody's like, well, I mean, you know, she's been in like crazy rooms and like helped like gotten deals done and people meet at the table. I'm like, okay, actually, you know what? I think that checks out. If you get enough football knowledge, enough kind of whatever, kind of like negotiating, you know, everybody chopping up knowledge, there's some value there. Ev, Frankie wants to know, right now the Big Ten championship line is Ohio State -3.5. If you trade Ohio State's 5 best players, Say and Smith, Tate's down, Reese, with Indiana's best 5 players, Mendoza, Surratt, Cooper, Fisher, Kamara, what does that line become?
If we took them all off the team, both
traded
teams?
them 5 for 5. Traded them. Does the line just flip? It's 3.5 Ohio State right now. So a hypothetical.
Man,
what
a wild question.
I know.
I think I'd also
like Mendoza's now throwing. Well,
Joe like, Mendoza throwing to those receivers, huh?
You're just switching our like quarterbacks and receivers, and then like our 2 best like defensive players. You're just
he's not throwing to the receivers. You're right.
What they should do is trade quarterbacks, so they're throwing to different people. See how that goes. You know, like Fernando throwing to Jeremiah Carnell.
Fernando throwing to Jeremiah and Carnell would be unstoppable.
Well, then you have the argument to say Julian throwing to Elijah and Omar is unstoppable too. Like
I think it just flips.
Like swap them like so. Then Indiana. This is what a wild discussion this is.
Yeah,
I'm not putting like if Julian Sayin and Jeremiah Smith and Cardinal Tate were on Indiana. And then
Look, okay. This is my fault. This is too comic booky.
Also, speaking of bias, and I know that those 2 guys, you know, Mendoza and Julian Sayin are you know, they're the front runners for the Heisman. I get that. A&M's got a pretty good quarterback and receiving core as well. So, you know, it is there. I mean, listen, Kayce.
Running Craver.
I'm with you, dude.
Look, Kayce wants the big 2 to be a big 3. Kayce, you're gonna have your chance. It's on the edge.
No. I'm gonna rep for my team. I mean, Mike Elko went on Wake Up Barstool and said, "Don't take any." He said, "Crap." He really meant, "Don't take any shit." But no, I mean, obviously those 2 guys, Mendoza and Julian Sayin, are unbelievable. And
what about Tradez Green and Garrett Nussmeier? Remember those names? Those are names we haven't thought about in a long time. All right, guys. I think it's going to do it for tonight. Sorry to get to more questions. That's my fault. Shout out to the playoff committee. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Get one more ad in, then I got one final thought for Liam.
Yes. So Rocket Money, it is the best. It's been a partner of our podcast for a very long time because most of us don't know how to take control of our finances, and it's hard to know where to start. But with Rocket Money, it is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions. And listen here, we were talking about it earlier. There's a lot of subscriptions right now that are up in the air. We don't know what's going on. Rocket Money can do it for you. You don't have to do anything. You can go in there and you can select what you want to unsubscribe to. They will do it. But it's also a really good way to just look at what you're spending money on, look at what you need to budget, regardless of what your finances and your budget are. They can help you with that. It can lay out an automatic custom budget design for you that looks at your past spending, your future spending based on what you've done. It's a great app that I've been using for a long time. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over billion with a B, including 880 million in canceled subscriptions alone, which is crazy. It's so easy to just hit a button, tap something on your phone, and you are subscribed forever. You probably don't even know it. Rocket Money will flag it, alert it, and let you know. They have 10 million members that are saving money every single year when you use the app's premium features. So cancel all your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/rough today. That's rocketmoney.com/rough, rocketmoney.com/rough. Also, a feature that's really cool in there too is that we can take every single thing that you owe and every single thing that you have and show you the exact amount of money that you have. Like, it's all in one place. It's not like, oh, here's your credit card debt, here's your mortgage, here's just, no, it's right exactly how much money you have to your name. And that's a major feature that I love on Rocket Money.
It's a real look in the mirror check there, huh? Shout out Rocket Money. Fuck yeah. Because financial literacy is financial success, guys. Liam.
Hi.
This was the college football playoff reaction show. As I said earlier, you are the man that watches more ball than any. You are the man that many have said that we want 12 Liams on the college football playoff committee. And therefore, I ask you, final word of the night. Did the playoff committee get this initial 25 correct?
They'll never get it correct, but they did a really good job.
Okay.
What would you grade it?
6 Liam,
Yeah.
6 Evo.
Yeah, what would you grade it? Great question, Kayce.
Just
on a scale of this to this.
I think that's going to get a thumbs up.
This.
Oh, okay. So what is that, like a B?
Yeah, like a B, straight B. I appreciate a lot that they went about it their way as opposed to watered down general consensus, right? Like I tweeted my quick takeaways. There's true and honest rankings in Oregon at 9, Utah at 13, Iowa at 20, Pitt at 24. That's true and honest feedback that they're giving that the general consensus is not hip to, correct? So, like, I appreciate that. I also look at Saturday and think, hey, A&O BYU is a 10-point underdog against A&1 Texas Tech. They're right next to each other in rankings, and then you've got the Iowa Oregon game where Iowa's a 6.5-point underdog. So I'm very excited.
It'll all shake out.
It'll all shake
out. And we just do this stuff because we're psychopaths, but
and it's fun. All right, one more time, guys. Tennessee 25, Tennessee 20. Oh yeah, for his first offense appearance.
Yes, 25 thank you guys for having me. Thank you, chat.
25 Tennessee, 24 Pitt, 23 Washington, 22 Mizzou, 21 Michigan, 20 Iowa, 19 USC, 18 Miami, 17 Georgia Tech, 16 Vandy, 15 Louisville, 14 Virginia, 13 Utah, Oklahoma at 12, Texas 11, Notre Dame 10, Oregon 9, Texas Tech 8, 7 BYU, 6 Ole Miss, 5 UGA, 4 Alabama, 3 Kayce Smith, Texas A&M Aggies, 2 Michael Kadic, Indiana Hoosiers, and number 1 Big Ev's Ohio State Buckeyes. There it is, guys. Hope everybody had a great night. Thank you so much. We will be recording tomorrow. Episode drops Thursday. Weekend preview. This is Unnecessary Roughness. Excellent job. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Because I have a speech impediment, maybe.
Real quick, head over to Barstool After Dark. That is where Kadic is going to be, and Ebo just broke a monitor.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
way to go, Boshenko.
See you guys.
More like Bo Breako. Great job, Mikey. Thank you, brother.
We're live.
Thank you,
We're
Kayce.
still live.
Thank you,
We're still
Liam.
live. We're still live.
We're still live. I should stop. Okay. My bad.
What'd
I
you
was about
do?
to go tarps off.
Lukey. No, I was gonna say, Lukey, we're still live.
I know.
We are still live.
Oh, okay.
He's
I was like,
redirecting
I
the
didn't know.
stream.
Good looking
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
Kayce. Good
Yeah,
looking out,
I was
Kayce.
like,
Oh yeah, I just wanted to shout out, thank Kadic, and tell everyone Ebo broke a monitor.
Mike
'cause
Elko. and
he
say-
can't stop breaking things in the office.
oh yeah, this is gonna be fun to watch.
By the way, Miami of Ohio and Ohio 3-3 in the third.
And Miami's got
buddy,
a
this
big
is-
strip sack, baby.
Let's
strip
go. Let's go, Ed. Let's fucking go,
sack. Cover the
baby.
spread, man. I bet the over and Miami, Ohio's team total over, the 2 worst bets in the history of gambling. Atrocious.
I'm so ice
We
cold,
need
dude.
at least Miami to cover to 3, so it's not just a detrimental evening. We can just take our lump and move on.
God, that was a good strip sack. Liam, can you end the stream so we can upload?
Lukey?
Lukey, sorry, my bad.